Hello, as most of you already know, my name is Beth, and I'm choosing to share with you an organization that is very near and dear to my heart. And that organization is the Onion River Food Shelf. The Onion River Food Shelf has been around for somewhere between 40 and 50 years, although the exact history is more, shall we say, word of mouth, as it was started by community members and has only been associated with the Vermont Food Bank It's been associated with the Vermont Food Bank for quite a while, but did run for a few years as a simply community-based program, where it was purely donations from community members to help other community members. It has been located in its current location, which is the Old Schoolhouse Common in Montpelier, Vermont, for about 20 years. And it provides residents of Plainfield, Marshfield, and Cabot with enough food for each member of the family to have 3 meals a day for approximately 3 days. Now, the reason I say approximately is because it is such a community-based program. A lot of times there's other food that's available to just be taken. Things such as vegetables, which couldn't be stored until the next week, are often left in the front of the building where people who are coming in can take just what they need. So during the summer, there'll be things like carrots, zucchini, squash, and families are able to take what they need. So they could probably get another day's worth of food by mixing the vegetables in with what they're already provided with. It's an emergency food shelf, which is why it only provides families with 3 meals a day for 3 days. And its main purpose is to help families or individuals who are simply coming up short for whatever reason, whether it's been a family tragedy or a loss of a job or an unexpected expense, which I know everyone has had. You think you're going to be fine, and then all of a sudden your car breaks down, and there goes your plan. In addition to the food shelf, which is open on Wednesdays from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., they also do monthly food drops, which occur the second Saturday of every month, from shortly before 7 a.m. until approximately 9:30 a.m. Now, during the food drops, the Vermont Food Bank delivers a truckload of food, which volunteers then put in the hallways of the Old Schoolhouse Common. Families are then able to walk through with a box of food, with a box, and pick and choose what they want. There's normally chicken or turkey, pork, and then beef, and they can choose, a certain number of packages based on how much we've had delivered of each. There's also normally milk, butter, occasionally eggs, although those don't travel very well, so a lot of times we don't get them. But there's juices and sometimes baby food and chips and bread and all the things that a lot of us take for granted, but are really very helpful. Now, the reason this organization is so near and dear to my heart is because I've been volunteering there for almost as long as I can remember. And the reason is that I used to go with my great-grandmother to volunteer there, and she was actually one of the people who started the Onion River Food Shelf. So I've been volunteering there for a very long time. Before I even started school, I was there. And it's very clear how it helps people. And it's very clear how being such a community-based program makes people feel much more comfortable with it. Nobody likes asking for help. Nobody likes admitting that they don't have enough. But because it's so community-based and it's more of a helping hand from a neighbor than it is anything else, it makes people more comfortable with the whole idea of it, which is the most important part. Unfortunately, most of the people who need to access the Onion River Food Shelf are families with young children or the elderly who don't have enough benefits to cover their cost of living, which is heartbreaking, because of all the people in this country we should be taking care of, it's the elderly and it's the children. But it's great to be able to help them. And it's great to think that something I can do can help them get through, even if it's just for a few days. And I have to say, even I have used the Under Armour food shelf before. Not for much, but I've gone to the food drop and gotten milk because I like to volunteer there. I like to help people, and occasionally I just need that little extra hand, and sometimes $3 is all I need. But anyway, that's enough about me. So, while a lot of the food at the food shelf is provided by the Vermont Food Bank, a good portion of it is also provided through community-based donations. Things such as financial donations to help keep the food shelf open, to help purchase things such as freezers and refrigerators to keep the food good. As well as during the summer, there's a lot of donations from local farmers. Things such as fresh vegetables, spinach, potatoes, squash, beets, carrots, you name it, we get it donated because people tend to plant gardens and then realize, oh my god, I have enough food to feed everybody, and if I give one more squash to my neighbor, I think they're going to explode. But it's not always just food that gets donated. There's also clothing, things such as winter coats, snow pants, boots, a lot of times for the younger children, which is great because those things are expensive, and if you're already looking at trying to figure out how to provide food for your family, trying to find out how to provide snow pants that are only going to fit your child for a year is an impossible task. There's also odds and ends that are donated quite frequently. Toys, books, and even the occasional crib are donated from local community members who are just trying to help. And that's why I love this so much, is that it's neighbors trying to help neighbors more than anything else, and it's completely judgment-free. When people walk in there, you can see the shame in their eyes, and when they leave, they tend to leave with a smile, knowing that they have people there who fully support them and will help them no matter what. And that's what makes this such a great organization, and that's why it's so near and dear to my heart. And I hope that everybody at some point in their lives finds something like this that they can be truly passionate about and that can truly help others or help them if they need it. Thank you all for listening.